Hi there. Now we're going to take a look at how to factorise this problem. Now, when you first look at this should look slightly different to the questions in the previous video. But actually it's very, very similar, but it catches a lot of people out, and we call this the difference between two squares. Now, and I'll explain what that means in a minute. So it's actually a two-bracket problem, just like before, and we're going to put an x and an x at the start of each one, because we know that when we expand them, no matter what method you use, that's going to get you x squared. And just like before, we're going to look at the constant term, the number on its own without any x's. We're going to write down the factor pairs of it. So we have 1 times 9 and 3 times 3. This is where you should get stuck. I'm using these to make, well, it's not there. But if I said how many x terms are here, you would probably say none. So imagine this says x squared plus 0x minus 9. That should make you a little bit happier with this process. But this is just a better way of writing it. This is better mathematics. We don't list what we've got nothing of. But in doing so, it can lead to a slight confusion when you're first learning it. So, which of these numbers here can I make 0 from? Well, it's obviously this one. But how do I make 0 out of a 3 and a 3? Well, if one's a positive, and I take away 3, I will end up with nothing. So it doesn't matter which way round these go, but this, when you expand it, will give you, I'll just repeat that bit there. So 3x take away 3x will be no x's, but we don't bother writing it. And our last bit would give us our minus 9. So it works. Now, I said earlier this is called the difference between two squares. And you can always spot it because in this circumstance, this has to be a square number. Every single time it has to be a square number. So therefore, these two numbers here will always be the square root. Because it's a minus 3 and a plus 3, we call it the difference between the two squares, because it's a square number. And that's it. So try a few of these. They're always hard at first, but then they're actually easier than the other ones.